We're here today at the bottom line. Start over. We're here today at the bottom line. Kia, how's your movie?
My movie is going awesome. Can you guys believe that right now on Amazon Prime, Those Who Can has 5 stars? So if you haven't gotten your chance to watch it yet, make sure you search it up on Amazon Prime, Those Who Can.
Okay.
Mixed types thing. So if you like that drama and that hard political grunging teacher like that, remember that old school teacher from Neptune High School, that principal, Dr. Morgan? We got one of those in our movie. So make sure you check it out, Those Who Can, on Amazon Prime.
So what do you guys think about domestic violence during pandemic?
Ooh, domestic violence is one of them topics that's like super serious and so important because a lot of people don't realize that since COVID-19 happened, domestic violence has definitely been on the rise.
I feel like it's a double pandemic, domestic violence for women and children.
Yeah, I do feel the reason why people are now going through it a lot because usually they were like ships passing in the night, and now they got to deal with each other day in and day night. So day in and day out, I mean. So you already know it can get real hectic sometimes, especially when you got to look at somebody that you already been like, I don't want to look at you today like this, you know?
There's no outlets. There's no
And
outlets.
honestly, it actually has its own tagline. It's considered intimate terrorism. And a lot of people don't even know that. You're having intimate terrorism in your own homes.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm thinking, what if you're not even intimate?
You don't have to be intimate.
Well, maybe you might have to be
terrorize.
now because what if you was cheating and now you can't go out and do what you want to do? Now you got to lay with them again.
So domestic violence can be at all levels, though.
Yeah.
It can be verbal, mental, spiritual, emotional.
Mm-hmm.
It can be all of that. Like, it just don't have to be laying a hand on somebody.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
most definitely I can get with you.
It's rising. Everyone's home. People are stressed, anxiety, unemployment, the use of alcohol and drugs during that time home can play a part to the rise of it also.
Only
Definitely.
2 things you're gonna do. You're either gonna need Jenny Craig or AA after this. That's it.
You might need Jenny Craig or AA, but it's definitely taking
Definitely
a
after
toll on everybody's community, not just here locally in our Monmouth County Asbury Park area, but worldwide. I mean, in countries all over. I think I read an article about some girl named Lily, and they're only giving her name as Lily because they're trying to keep her identity disclosed. But her boyfriend basically was beating her with her baby's high chair, and she's just holding the baby trying to protect them, and there was nothing else that she could do. Like, she would just turn up with bruises everywhere, and it was just unexplainable, and she couldn't explain it or express it to anybody. I even got a friend of mine who's currently pregnant just like I am, and was in the car with her boyfriend, and he just like knocked the shit out of her for no reason. Like,
Aggravation.
it becomes out of control because what happens is
Aggravation.
you're in the home with these people.
But the question is, aggravation, you saying aggravation. Sometimes this is like, it can just be a hike of what has been going on. It's
already.
a repetitive
There
thing.
you go.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
And now
you
you gotta
said
face
that your friend was in the car and her baby father, whoever he is, he hit her. But how many times has this happened? Because I feel like with domestic violence is definitely something that it's embedded in you. These things has been going on prior to our pandemic, COVID-19, whatever we want to label this as.
You absolutely right. It could be embedded in you, but it might have didn't start off with a physical hit. It might have been psychological. It might have just been emotional.
Yes.
It might have been simple things as I'm going out and not coming back in and not telling you when I'm coming back in. And now that we're quarantined to be home, you kind of like stuck. You can't answer those questions. You can't go to your outlets. You can't go to your secret boo or this one and that one. So now your emotional relationships that you was cheating and having with everybody else, you stuck at home and you dealing with this person. Being stuck at home is a threat alone.
Well, that is true, but I will say this being stuck at home and knowing that you're in this situation is called a reality check.
There you go. Yep.
So we all, no matter what it is, we go through it. Yes, we will. This is life. I've been through it. I'm sure everybody at this table been through it. But the pandemic it's all a reality check for us. You know what I'm saying? It's a step down just for us to understand that, is this what we want? Is this what we deserve? It's not easy to say.
What do you do? How do you get out of it? How do you seek help? How do you You can't tell anybody what's going on at home. You can't tell your friends and family, oh, this what happened today. You telling stories or it's different situations and people like, girl, you crazy, you stupid. I done cut off 3 family members because they want to tell me about my relationship. Y'all only know a part of my relationship. You don't know the duration of
And
the
that is
entire.
true. That's true.
But then we gotta
People,
think.
you know, your family, they give dictations, they give judgments, and you like, oh, wait a minute. I love him. I care for him. I want to be with him. I don't care what you say.
But was he
I've
doing
been,
this before
I've been
the-
through that.
Was he doing it before the pandemic or what? It
Yes,
just started?
that was the question.
Right,
Like,
that's the
Yeah.
question. You
prior,
don't
was
know.
this happening?
Was
Because
it-
it's a repetitive thing. Things happen because you continue allowing
Yeah.
allowing them to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
But is he just abusing you, or was y'all abusing each
Yeah,
other?
yeah.
Yes.
Don't forget
That's
about the
true.
kids.
Because abuse
kids are
comes
getting beat.
verbally.
The kids are getting
Yes.
beat too now because now you got to stay home and deal with them, and they run around doing this and that, and you usually don't never have to deal with them like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You start
Yes.
going up top on them too, like ding
You
ding
have
ding, sit down.
it indoor postpartum with just your kids being home.
Yes.
Like, people so used to utilizing the schools and the educational system as a babysitter, and now they don't have that. They don't have that outlet. They don't have that source. They're with their kids 24/7. Even if you had the opportunity to work from home, it's driving them crazy to be around
Oh, I'm
their
not.
kids.
Hello. It drove me crazy. I'm not. I didn't even understand that I was a teacher for 3. I said, whoa, wait a minute. And then the stuff that they was giving me, I said, can you call your teacher? Because I don't know.
But
So,
But then again, it all circles back to that intimate terrorism, because what's happening in these relationships? Are y'all co-parenting? Are y'all working together? Have you been the only dominant work partner in this relationship, or are you even in a relationship? Sometimes y'all just living together and don't even realize that y'all not even a part of a relationship, and that's part of the intimate terrorism as a whole.
and that might be a little bit too much for, for a person to understand or handle.
Yeah.
When you finally realize, and I think this is the thing too, with our pandemic, we finally realized as women, I mean, I'm pretty sure men too, you realize, like, is this a relationship?
I didn't know K.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you question that. I don't know about nobody else, but I've questioned whether the relationship I was in, is it a relationship? You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, just business.
are we just business partners? Or better yet, friends with benefits?
Yep.
Right.
Because and this is where it goes. Not to bash men,
Okay.
but to come straightforward to say men come looking for what they can't give, and that is they ask for more than what they can handle, and that's where. And then us as women, we think that we got the right man and the right partner to be right there with us.
Yeah.
But you only came because it's beneficial for you, not for us as a whole. Because
man.
we take the I out of we, always with a man. We take the I out, but the man always come as I. And I've never, from what I've known and what I've seen.
No.
When a guy
is
deal with
not
you,
a
he
lie.
looking at you and your kids. That's a
No. Listen,
When a guy
it's a
deals-
difference between a man and a boy.
Oh, we know that.
Well, yes. So when
So a man,
and
when
my
he-
thing
when he trying
is
to date you,
yes,
he's gonna be
yes.
like, "You got
My
kids?"
thing is
He's
when I'm
taking
dealing
on
with a
all
man,
y'all.
yes,
Taking on all y'all.
I come with a full package.
That's
You
right.
get what I'm
Let me
saying?
ask you this, Kay. Why is it okay?
Let her finish, ma'am.
Oh no, I'm not gonna let her finish because I need to ask you this
Let her
question
finish.
first.
Let her finish.
Why is it okay for the man to have the double standard? Why is it okay for y'all to go out and talk to whomever and whatever y'all want to, but when we as women find a friend or an emotional outlet to deal with,
Where did you get this from?
why is it that when we find an emotional outlet to deal with, it becomes a problem and that's the end of the world? Now you want to cut it completely off, but you can have all the girlfriends you want.
This never was a problem. You can do what you want with your pussy. Nobody stopped you guys. Nobody ever stopped you.
But
women.
soon as you
Nobody
find out
ever
about
stopped
that
y'all.
man emotional partnership that we got with other people, now y'all butthurt and
Now
want to
you got a choice. You got a choice. You want to deal with this or you don't.
So I say this. Because it is a double
You don't have-
standard.
that's right, you
Because of the
don't have
fact
to.
that some men
And I know
they
women
do.
go around talking to this guy and that guy. Then I gotta say, all right. So
Now
what's
we
the deal?
hoes.
Is
and
that
shit.
okay? That's okay.
Depends on my relationship, what I'm trying to do. Maybe I
If
ain't
we
trying to
got
do
more
nothing
than
else
two
with you,
male
but-
friends,
mean,
we a
Have
hoe.
fun
If
once
you're
in a
not
while.
committed, you're not in a
Oh, you date
relationship.
different guys? That's what
You
you're
can
saying?
date.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
No, you're
no,
not.
you
Well,
can
no,
have
that's
all
the
kinds
title.
of female
That
friends.
is the
date.
title that a
Yeah,
woman
you
gets.
date.
You get what I'm saying? Like a woman gets that title of, oh, you a hoe, or better yet, because of the fact that I remember my ex telling me this, like, you know, men sit around, they talk in the barbershop, and they talk about women body count. So, double standard, because this is the question that I have for a man. Since the fact that y'all sit around and y'all talk about how many women's body like body counts, what if we thought if we walked around and thought about that with y'all? How many body counts y'all got? And y'all got way more than us.
Y'all talking about us?
Yeah, that's what at the barbershop y'all talking about that.
You know what y'all got so precious? Y'all supposed to hold on to that.
Absolutely.
That ain't made for everybody.
It's a jewel. I ain't giving it up, honey. Listen, I deal with a grown man. I want no boy.
That's right.
I don't want no
Supposed to be
boy.
holding that thing precious. For real.
Because
that's
I'm
so you
holding
know.
it precious,
Yeah,
but
you're supposed to.
you know, if you're not committed to anyone, you can date.
Yes, you
And
can.
it's
There's
fine.
nothing wrong with
Yes.
that. I'm like,
If
yeah,
you're
you
not
Just because you're
committed.
dating
But if you're
doesn't.
laying up with different guys, then I gotta
Yeah,
say.
no,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
agree
not-
with that.
But if
No.
you are committed, how do you keep the spice in y'all relationship, especially during this quarantine? Now y'all stuck in the house together. We in the house, day in, day out. What are we doing to change things up?